What are your thoughts about the Embrace Girls Foundation and the work that they're doing in the community?
You know, a big part of Freedom Sisters, the reason for developed Freedom Sisters and funded it was because we need to celebrate women and their contributions. In this case, Freedom Sisters, it's women and their contributions to the civil rights movement. But one of the things we've already done is to make sure we go back and make young people. This exhibit is built around kids. It's built for 4th through 8th graders, ideally. So what Embrace is doing in terms of the young girls that they're working with and how they're working with them and empowering them is very much supportive of just the ideals behind Freedom Sisters, because Freedom Sisters is all about not just honoring women, but passing it on to the next generation. And the young ladies that were here today, the young girls that were at the tea a month ago, they are the next generation. So Embrace Girls is doing exactly the right thing in terms of moving forward to work with these young ladies to prepare them for the future.
How would you describe today's luncheon?
Exuberant, fun. You know, it always turns into something fun. The women are sometimes in the beginning they're a little more reserved, and then as the program goes, they always get more exuberant. You know, and there's more interplay between the women. And with each of these, you know, the women just kind of hang and they hang out afterwards because they're so excited to honor women because people don't honor them as much as they should.
What is Freedom Sisters to you?
Wow, Freedom Sisters is a signature program for Ford Fund. For me personally, it's really a quest to recognize the women who came before me, because I know that as far as I'm concerned, being a director at Ford Motor Company Fund and a senior management position, I wouldn't be in that chair doing what I do without the women who are as part of the national exhibit and without some of the women right here in South Florida that we honor today who paved the way for me.
And what was your favorite part about today's event?
Oh, well, I guess I now know it's over town, not over ton. So that was important. That will stick in my mind forever. It was just the way people cheered. And I have to tell you, watching the young ladies from Embrace Girls escort the honorees up, I almost got a little bleary-eyed a couple times because that was very sweet.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
What are your thoughts about the Embrace Girls Foundation and the work they're doing in the community?
First of all, I'm so impressed with the girls, just watching them today as they served as escorts, and you can see the grace that the young ladies have, and that's the biggest thing. Elegance and grace. It seems like we've lost that in our society, and you see that with the young ladies. But also it's important
Thank you for your contribution to women worldwide. What are your hopes for today's young girls like those in the Embrace Girls Foundation?
Well, my dear sister, my hope for them is that they will continue the activism of all of these 20 sisters here who were honored nationally and the sisters who were honored here in South Philadelphia. They were honored because they've done some fantastic work in the community, in the country, and in the world. So we want all you younger people to look up and say, I must continue this work so the world will continue to be, we will continue to live in peace and racial and social justice. So that's what I hope that you'll get out of this.
How do you feel about Freedom Sisters?
Oh, I love Freedom Sisters, my dear sister. I love that I'm a part of Freedom Sisters, that indeed people have decided to honor the women who worked very hard in the civil rights movement in universities in the world. They worked hard for peace and racial and sexual and social justice. So I'm very honored to be a part of Freedom Sisters exhibit.
What was your favorite part of today's luncheon for the Freedom Sisters?
Oh, being here entirely, meeting all the women here, the 20 women who have been honored, listening to their bios and what they've done, what they've accomplished, my dear sister. You know that what's happening here in Florida is happening in New York, it's happening in Arizona, it's happening all over the country in Maryland. That's the joy, is knowing that we have women all over this country doing this very important work. So it's good meeting them, taking pictures with them, seeing all the young sisters also escort them, seeing the work that they also, what they've learned from just being here today.
And what are your thoughts about Embrace Girl Power and the work that they're doing in their community?
Well, I mean, what I've learned today, what you're doing in these communities, is that you're continuing the work of Freedom Sisters. And that's what's so amazing about all you young women. So thank you so much. I say continue to do the work. Continue to walk in beauty and in pride and in love for your community and for the whole country. So keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.